Hey guys, it's Carmen from the PvZ, and this game's a PvZ on Python. And this game, I'll be showing you guys a typical counter to mutalisks once you're doing a fast expand build. Most people say, like, if you're playing without chorusers, how do you defend? Because there are strategies without chorusers, by the way. People ask, how do you defend fast mutalisks? Like, basically 3-hash mutalisk build. And to do this, you basically need to read your opponent and read what they're doing, basically. And by the way, right now, earlier on, I sent my probe out to see if his overlord was hovering above my main base, and it wasn't. So I ran it, and that pretty much confirmed that he wasn't there. And now I scouted the position at 8 o'clock, I guess, and he is here. And now he's doing a normal. Either he got 3 eggs, so now he's either doing a 12 hatch or 12 pool. He is doing a 12 pool build order, and versus 12 pool, I do this build. This is very risky. Well, it's not very risky. It's actually kind of risky. I cancel my drone pump at 11 or 12, usually at 12, and then I get my Nexus. And this, I get my Nexus way, like right now my Nexus already started. And by the way, for all you guys that don't know, Nexus and Hatchery take, I think, exact same time to finish. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm like 80% sure they take the exact same time to finish. And so, right now, I already took the economic edge. If this is the key part, if his Zergling rush doesn't succeed. Although I rely on it not to succeed. Sure, I cancel my pro pump for a while, except if you think about it, I cancel my pro pump from one Nexus for like, I'd say a minute, but then I get 2 Nexuses pumping probes for longer than my one Nexus has been, if that makes sense. So basically, my economics are even later on. And now, as you can see, he got his hatchery at that off positioned, and now his hatchery at his natural is going to be so delayed, and I'll pretty much have my Nexus up by the time his hatchery starts. So as you can see, I'll be in a huge economic lead over him. And what's happened in this game so far? Basically nothing to affect. Like, I've done nothing to affect his build order. He's done nothing to affect. Well, he kind of has done something to affect my build order. But as you can see, small things like this. I've been saying this repeatedly in like lots of my videos. Small things really help. And now, my scout does die, and I saw he was getting gas again, reading your opponent. So now I'm going to get 2 probes to block my ram, and I'm only transferring 4. I usually transfer 7, except I canceled probe pumps for a long time, so that's why I can only transfer a little rather than a lot. And I need to block my ramp also because, again, the only thing I'm vulnerable right now to is a speedling rush, and that is what he's doing. Well, it's not a speedling rush, it's a run by. Some people call it a Mondragon run by. Usually, I call it that too. So if you guys hear me calling that, that's the reason for that is because, well, Mondragon, I think he's from Germany. He's a really good Starcraft player. He's a Zerg player. He didn't obviously invent it. Some pro gamer probably invented it, but he, well, for foreigners at least, I'm saying this, he revolutionized it. And basically, you get 12 Zerglings, you run by, and you basically run by your opponent's cannons, and then you harass his main with speedlings, and it's a pain in the ass to defend. And now, as you can see, another quick thing, he is doing a 2-hatch, or I think that would be a 3-hatch lair game. So that's really gonna play into my favor because I scouted it, and I'll be able to defend it. And I was trying to hide this probe, and as you can see, he is trying to run by. Guaranteed he won't get anywhere because I got 2 probes blocking the ramp. Again, I've said this repeatedly, and I'm gonna say it like another 100 times to drill it into all your brains. Small things like this help you win the game, and I know you guys will get annoyed of it, except I also know, like, I guarantee you pretty much every single person that's watching this video that has played Starcraft over 100 games has gotten screwed over in one game where he could have stopped the rush, except he didn't do a small thing to stop it. And every single person has done that. I have done that enough times my own, except now I play really safe. And as you can see, 2 probes block the ramp, saved my ass over there, and that would have probably cost me the game. Sure, I had 4 cannons, except those 4 cannons are stationary. They're not going to get anywhere once the Zerglings get by. Sure, only 3 or 4 will get by, except that'll do a lot of harassment depending on how good he is. And now I'm just getting 1 just in case, just to be super safe. 1 probe out of like 30 that are mining. It won't affect me that much. He's getting 6 Zerglings again, so I don't know what he's doing with those. I think he's trying to do well, again, 2-hatch lair game. The 2 things you can do. I think I recorded in game 122 or 121. I'm not really sure. My opponent basically just did a mass Lurker Hydra Zergling run by. Try to like break my choke with just masses of those units coming at once, and he had a 2-hatch lair game. And once I defended that, it was pretty much over for him. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And this game, I think it won't be the same because, again, post-game commentary tells me he's doing Mutalisks, and the other game it was Lurkers. So I don't know if I should spoil that. By the way, like considering I do post-game commentary on all my games, I already know how they turn out. So I'm not sure if I like comment in my video telling me if I should like spoil it because right I told you I'm not spoiling it technically. I told you guys he's doing Mutalisk, and now I'm trying to get my scout out again. I'm really aggressive by trying to get my scout out. I sent that probe this way, and then I sent my other probe the other way. So basically, all the Zerglings chased that probe, and then I got my other one out. Again, this will get me a scout in his base, which will tell me what he's doing. I'm starting his expansions to see if he has a third expansion or not. Again, this is what's gonna basically like help me decide on what I'm gonna do according to what he's doing. And he might have a sunken. That'll basically tell me that he's probably not going for a third base because usually when you get a sunken, you want to be a little more stationary and defend one choke rather than two. And now, as you can see, I saw Mutalisk, so I know he's going Mutalisk. There's a Spire there. He's invested in the Spire, and there's going to be more Mutalisk coming. And there's Mutalisk, there's Zerglings. So now I know he has Zerglings, Mutalisk, and he's probably going to He's going to try to do a Mutalisk run by. Except, again, once you're scouted, it's really hard to actually succeed with what you want to do. And I'm very ahead now. I have 3 cannons per base. It's probably going to be 3 cannons versus like I don't know 6 Mutalisks, 9 Mutalisks. There's no way he'll be able to get me. And my mineral gas ratio is kind of off. 50 minerals, 900 gas, well, 1,000 gas. Guaranteed once I get Templar out, that will change very fast because Templar, they cost like 50 minerals, 150 gas. And yeah, the ratio really turns around once your Templar gets out. And yeah, I have 4 cannons at my main, so there's no way he's going to be coming in here to do any sort of harassment. And I'm making my gateways very close to my cannons because usually once a Zerg player realizes that they're screwed because they can't do any harassment with the Mutalisks on the probe line, then they usually try to go for the gateways in desperation, but I'll make that his attack for going to my gateways even vulnerable. That see now, as you can see, Mutalisks over there. They're trying to attack my gateway. My gateway's it was getting ranged by my cannon, but now it isn't. So I'm gonna have to rebuild my gateways. I'm not gonna call that lousy placement on my part because I tried to make it in range of my gateway. I guess I didn't. I guess that just messed up and I didn't. But no worries, because I'm not going to beat myself up for that because at least I tried. If I made my gateway somewhere totally random and then it got hit by the Mutalisk, then I'd be pissed because that was totally my fault. And now, as you can see, I'm being really, really precautionary, really safe, getting some more cannons, making sure there's nothing that can attack me. And sure, I'm doing lots of cannons.